Good afternoon. Welcome to the graduation ceremonies for the 2017-18 academic year. Would you please stand for the graduation processional and remain standing until you've been instructed to be seated. Thank you. Our faculty marshal is Ms. Sherry Barnes. Ms. Barnes has worked at the college since March 1993, and she currently serves in the capacity of faculty member for nursing. Wallace Community College continues to progress, and she stands today as a symbol of progress and academic excellence. She is carrying the academic mace, which is symbolic of the college's mission. On the mace are important symbols for Wallace Community College and the Alabama Community College system. These symbols include the stylized W, representing the Wallace campus in Dothan, the flame, representing the Sparks campus in Eufaula, and the final symbol is the outline of the state of Alabama to show the college's membership in the Alabama Community College system and its service to the state of Alabama. please remain standing as Mr. Austin II, Wallace Community College student, provides the national anthem, followed by Mr. LaRon K. Flowers, Wallace Community College student, and he will deliver the invocation.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, and for the ramparts we watched, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. And oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Everybody bow your heads. God, first I just want to thank you for a beautiful and blessed day that you granted us with today. God, first I just want to thank you for all the graduates and let us have a successful careers. In the mighty name of Jesus I pray, amen.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tu and Mr. Flowers. You may be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce the president of Wallace Community College, Dr. Linda C. Young, who will deliver the official welcome, recognize special guests, faculty and staff, and will introduce today's speaker.
Thank you, and good afternoon. It's wonderful to see so many friends, family members, co-workers here to participate and see the accomplishments of our graduates. Graduation is certainly a special milestone for our students. And when we see these faces here that are smiling and excited, we know that the work we do as educators is indeed valuable. Each student who crosses across the stage here today has not only bettered his or her life, but also has made this community and this economy stronger. The lives of these graduates will be changed, and the lives of many people in this community center will also be affected by their accomplishments. So, graduates, as you walk across the stage, think about your family and the support they've provided, and that they're there with you in spirit. I'd like to ask the family members of the graduates, would you please stand? Let us show our appreciation. And graduates, your graduation also serves as an inspiration for the faculty and staff at Wallace Community College. They are committed to helping students learn. I'd like to ask the faculty and staff of the college to please stand and let us show our appreciation for your hard work and dedication to students, the reason we're here. We had graduation yesterday at the Civic Center for the Dothan campus, and many of the faculty who mainly work on that campus participated there. I see many faces who are here today and participating in this graduation. So we have Sparks campus faculty and the Dothan campus faculty here also. There's a list of employees in your program who are retiring. These are longtime employees of Wallace Community College. In fact, they represent 234 years of dedicated service. And I believe we have a few who pulled themselves away from the beach or the golf course to be with us today, and I'd like to recognize them and ask them to stand and remain standing. Ms. Sherry Barnes, practical nursing instructor, who is our faculty marshal today. Ms. Irma Perry, director of financial aid. Mr. Myron Williams, criminal justice instructor. And Mr. Ed Cox, who's a welding instructor. So we are so proud of them, and let's give them and all those who are retiring hands. We also have some special guests who are here today, and I'll ask them to stand. We have Ms. Gina Rudolph, who's principal of Eufaula Elementary School. Stephanie Daly and Keith Wade, who are family members of our Alumnus of the Year. Luann Hart, who is wife of our speaker today. And we also have family members of Sherry Barnes, Zachary Barnes, Gary Barnes, Mac Reeder, and Joan Reeder. Would you stand? We also have Tiffany Morelli from the Eufaula Tribune. We appreciate our media being here also. Let's give them all a hand. It's now my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker. Charlie Hart is a native of Pulaski, Tennessee, but has been a resident of Alabama for most of his life. He earned a bachelor's degree in political science and a master's of business administration from Auburn University. He also graduated from the University School of Law, University of Alabama School of Law, with a Juris Doctorate. So he's got degrees from both those universities. I guess we can say he is officially from the state of Alabama, even though he grew up in Tennessee. We're fortunate to have him and Luann in Eufaula. Charlie began his career as a law clerk for the late Alabama Supreme Court Associate Justice Henry B. Stegall II. He also worked in Montgomery as an assistant attorney general for the state. And then after moving to Eufaula, he enjoyed a small town practice of law as a solo practitioner for almost 20 years. In 2005, he was elected to a 6-year term as a district court judge in Barber County. And since July of 2015, he has been the clerk magistrate of the Eufaula Municipal Court. Please join me in welcoming Charlie Hart to our graduation ceremony.
Thank you very much, Dr. Young, for your kind introduction and for the invitation to speak here today. I was adding up those years, and I can't be that old. It's true. To the distinguished faculty and staff, and especially to the graduating class of 2018, it is my privilege and honor to stand before you today as part of this great occasion. This graduation ceremony provides an opportunity to recognize your accomplishments in completing your course of study. which I am sure has taken great determination, hard work, and the support of many, if not most of those who are present today, who are here to congratulate you as you receive your certificates and degrees. I want to share some thoughts with you today and hopefully encourage you to continue to learn and explore and to inspire others. There are many opportunities for you to pursue with your degree in hand, and each of you have varying ideas, I'm sure, of how you imagine your life will unfold from today forward, of the goals you would like to set for yourself, and how you will prioritize the things that are important to you in your life. I have no doubt, however, that all of you desire to have a positive influence on your family, on your friends, and in the workplace. I've noted in recent years, and maybe many of you have also, that in general, our societal interactions are not always kind in nature, and that often such incidents are presented on social media for the whole world to view. And with that in mind, I would like for us to consider today the meaning of the Golden Rule and the effect that it can have on our dealings with other people and the relationships we have with them, and upon our business interactions. And it can also have an effect on each of us personally. To some people, the Golden Rule is very simple. Those people say, "He who has the gold makes the rules." They are correct on some levels, but that is not the idea that we are discussing and thinking about today. The real Golden Rule that we're familiar with is found in the Bible in Jesus' Sermon on the Mount. We know it as "do unto others as you would have them do to you." And in fact, the Golden Rule is such a common principle in all of the great world religions that it has become a part of every facet, even in the business world. The principle is evident in what is referred to as square dealing in business. The Golden Rule, then, is a general rule for how to behave that says you should treat people the way you would like other people to treat you. If you apply the Golden Rule principle in your interactions with other people, if you help your neighbors and friends, if you treat your family with kindness, if you go beyond what is required to help your fellow workers, and if you help someone you do not even know who is in need, it is very possible that you will suddenly discover a satisfaction in yourself, a belief in yourself, a trust in yourself, having a knowledge that you are a good person. Let's consider some ways that we can put the Golden Rule to practice in our everyday life. Be kinder than you have to be. If you find yourself about to say something negative to someone or about someone, say something nice instead. Practice empathy. Try to place yourself in the shoes of another person. Make a real effort to try to understand what it is like to be them, what they are dealing with, and why they do what they do. And remember that everyone has inner battles and issues. Try to withhold judgment and offer the consideration that you would like to receive instead. Next, how would you want to be treated? Ask yourself, how would you want to be treated if you were in the same situation as someone else? Be courteous in traffic. Oh, I don't always follow these, but we need to resist the urge to honk and curse another driver if they cut us off. And we can even go so far as to allow another driver to merge ahead of us. Don't be rude and selfish in traffic. Listen to others. Take time to actually listen to another person, which may actually help you understand that person better. Overcome prejudice. Try to see each person as an individual human being with different backgrounds, needs, and dreams. Instead of looking for differences, look for the commonalities between you and the other person. Rise above retaliation. We tend to want to strike back whenever we're treated badly. Resist that urge to retaliate. The golden rule is about treating others well, regardless of how they treat you. Be the change. If you want to see more compassion and kindness in the world, let it start with your small interactions with others. Even if the world doesn't change, at least you have. Appreciate those who have supported you, forgive those who have hurt you, and help those who need you. Treat all people with kindness and compassion, and if you do that, you can't go wrong. These are just a few of the many actions that you can take if you want to try to implement the Golden Rule into your interaction with other people. The Golden Rule principle is illustrated in an Aesop's fable. Now, Aesop was a slave and storyteller who was believed to have lived in ancient Greece. The fable that I'm going to share with you is called The Lion and the Mouse. A lion lay asleep in the forest, his great head resting on his paws. A timid little mouse came upon him unexpectedly, and in her fright and haste to get away, ran across the lion's nose. Roused from his nap, the lion laid his huge paw angrily on the tiny creature to kill her. "Spare me," begged the poor mouse. "Please let me go, and someday I will surely repay you." The lion was much amused to think that a mouse could ever help him, but he was generous and finally let the mouse go. Some days later, while stalking his prey in the forest, the lion was caught in the toils of a hunter's net. Unable to free himself, he filled the forest with his angry roaring. The mouse knew the voice and quickly found the lion struggling in the net. Running to one of the great ropes that bound him, she gnawed it until it parted, and soon the lion was free. "You laughed when I said I would repay you," said the mouse. "Now you see that even a mouse can help a lion." The moral is, a kindness is never wasted. In the business realm, the principle of the Golden Rule may apply where the success of a business depends upon that business solving someone else's problem. It has been said that by allowing entrepreneurs a legal framework in which to pursue their vision, the modern world was created. It went from candlelight and doctors using leeches to iPhones and robotic surgeries in just 250 years. The key is in solving someone else's problem. Rod Martin, who is a technology entrepreneur, says that business success lies in standing in the other man's shoes, taking stock of his situation, his preferences, his problems, what he needs, maybe what he doesn't even know yet that he needs. The iPhone was like that. The car was like that. The airplane was like that. The secret to a satisfied customer base is your ability to put yourself in your client's shoes. Henry Ford recognized the value of this simple concept. If there's anyone's secret of success, Ford is quoted as saying, it lies in the ability to get the other person's point of view and see things from that person's angle as well as from your own. And we know that Henry Ford was very successful. In addition, in the business world, the following golden rule provides value, following the golden rule provides value by providing a standard for the decision-making process. Following the golden rule successfully can enhance the reputation of a business just as it can an individual. Treating workers well has been shown to lead to excellence in customer service and production, which leads to increased profits for businesses. A business strategy that incorporates the Golden Rule consistently will provide an ethical standard for a company to follow. Brenton Hayden, the founder of Renters Warehouse, expressed his opinion that having a solid set of ethics could be just what your company needs to stand head and shoulders above the rest. Hayden also says that for modern-day companies, dusting off the Golden Rule and putting it to work in your customer service department would be a good start. But I would argue that employing this rule throughout every aspect of your company, this is Mr. Hayden speaking, and professional career is an even better approach. Using it to guide your actions in business may not instantly put you on the fast track for success, but it will most definitely pave the way for sustainable long-term growth. Rod Martin, the technology entrepreneur, believes that the secret to success is indeed the Golden Rule. He says, the better you are at solving other people's problems, the more money you can make, the more good you can achieve, and the more you can change your community or even your world. So get to work. Let me encourage you to be the best that you can be at whatever you undertake. No matter how small and insignificant the situation may seem, remember that you can make a difference to someone else by showing kindness, understanding, and providing help when needed. Jordan Phoenix, an author and founder of Uncommon Sense for the 21st Century Living, suggests that any of us can support a culture of respect and concern for others, but it will require us to treat others the way you want to be treated, even when you highly doubt that they will do it in return. To be a person of your word, always. To not let people down. To go beyond the level of kindness and generosity that others have ever seen or have come to expect. To give one more chance than you may even feel they deserve. To have the strength to remain open, even when the world seemingly does everything in its power to muscle you away from your genuine core. I encourage each of you to determine to be an example of kindness as you live each day. And I want to thank you for allowing me to speak to you today. Congratulations to the class of 2018. You can change the world, or at least your corner of it, and be an example for the generations that will follow you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hart. And just remember, as you've completed your goal today that you set for yourself, how many of you ever went through times where you received kindness when maybe you were a little bit upset or you had things going on? You received a kindness maybe you didn't deserve. Do you remember how how that made you feel? You are an agent of change now by earning your college credential. Remember that as you go out into the world of work, or you go to the military, or you go to the next step of earning that additional credential. You will and can change the world. It is at this time, Dr. Young will now present the Alumnus of the Year.
As an educator, I always recognize others who have a passion for education. They have that special calling that it takes to be an educator. Ronnetta Wade is such an educator. She's been in the school business, you might say, for 13 years, and 10 of those have been in the classroom. And now she is a school counselor, and she works with Eufaula City Schools. In that role, she embraces the opportunity of working with a diverse population to address their needs, especially in developing self-awareness, self-esteem, confidence, coping skills. all the job duties of a counselor, and then some. Ms. Wade graduated from the Sparks campus and transferred to Troy University, Dothan, where she earned a bachelor's degree in elementary education and then a master's degree in school counseling from the University of West Alabama, graduating magna cum laude. She is a lifelong learner. We have to be in education. And she is currently working on her national board certification in school counseling. She is a member of the Alabama Conference of Educators, the American School Counselor Association, Alpha Delta Kappa, which is an international honorary for women educators. And in 2010, she was presented the Class Act Award, and we've seen those type presentations on WSFA TV Montgomery, so they came to her classroom and presented her with that award. In 2013, she was recognized by the school system as Eufaula City Schools Elementary School Teacher of the Year. Writer Andy Rooney once said, "Most of us end up with a few people who remember us. Teachers have thousands who remember them for the rest of their lives." Ronnetta Wade is that educator, and she is indeed making a difference. It is my distinct honor to present the Alumnus of the Year Award for the Sparks campus to Ronnetta Wade. And this reads, Wallace Community College, Sparks Campus, Ronnetta Wade, Alumnus of the Year, 2018. Congratulations. I'll just put it right here.
Good afternoon, Dr. Young, faculty, staff, graduates, families, and friends. Today is going to be a full circle of celebrations. First and foremost, I'd like to thank my Savior, Jesus Christ, for being with me every step of the way. My parents instilling values and work ethics, and for giving me the chance at life. For my husband, for being my #1 fan. And my children, Stephanie and Derek, for never allowing me to give up. When I moved to the South, I learned about grits. Where I come from, we do mush. So grits has a lot more substance to it. So it made me think of what I wanted to tell you today. And I found this quote by a book that I'm reading by Angela Duckworth. And she says, "Grit is sticking with your future day in and day out, not just for the week, not just for the month, but for years." And I've learned that being in the South, you have a lot of grit. Whether you eat them or rather you just work. I am honored and so humbled to be recognized as the 2018 recipient of Campus Alumnus of the Year Award. It means a lot to be honored by a college that has given so much to our own community. When I think of Wallace Community College, I think of a community of workers, a college family that has a certain responsibility of training people for the workforces in our community. Our very own community college does that, and you graduates are proof of that today, along with so many others that have sat right where you're sitting. Some of my college teachers here today knew my passion and my grit and prepared for me to look a few miles ahead, not just a few feet. Ms. Pageant, was my advisor, and she directed me and guided me all the steps of my way. God knows just how grateful I am for her. Miss Billy Bush, for her knowledge of math, and she was my confidant and still is. Later, Wallace gave our children the college trade experience, dual enrollment opportunity, the confidence, the diverse skill set to begin their own career paths. Our daughter, who is now a licensed and accomplished cosmetologist, and our son, who is a certified welder and superintendent of a welding crew in Utah. For that, I will continue to be eternally grateful, and the only way I know to pay it back is to pay it forward in my own community. My success story has been a marathon, not a sprint. And I had many pit stops along the way, with plenty of moments to refuel my passion to be an educator and a counselor. 16 years ago, as a wife and a mother, I began to finish what I started so many years prior to that in my own young age. And attending our community college in our own community allowed me quality time with my young family and watching my own children grow into the great people they are today. And that was very important to me. And now I am doing what I am so passionate about. I am teaching and I am counseling children at Eufaula Elementary School, and I love them. And I have students, as I saw walk down. I have some graduates who were my students a long time ago. And what a wonderful coincidence that I get to do this today, because a relevant event has been taking place nationwide this week. And my principal has made sure that we knew, and I'm going to take her example and make sure that you teachers know. It's been National Teacher Appreciation Week, and May 9th was National Appreciation Teacher Day. It couldn't have come at a more appropriate time to honor some of my very own college teachers and yours who demonstrate the power of true grit. And I hope they don't mind, but I'm going to call them out, and I hope that they would stand. Miss Pageant, Amy Raspberry, Amy Green, who were teachers of my children, and Miss Pageant was my advisor. And now all of you teachers at college, if you would please stand again so that we may be able to honor you one more time. If Wallace Community College faculty. Thank you. Teachers, you represent much of all that is good and great in our community college. And I hope that you know how many lives that you do touch on a daily basis. We will remember you. And you demonstrate true grit every day by making a decision and standing by it, doing what must be done. No moral teacher can have peace of mind if you leave undone what you know you should have done or could have done. And that's who we are. Now, to all graduates of 2018, congratulations to you. It is such an honor to share your very special time with you. As you graduate, remember you are now part of a college family, a community of workers with true grit. And you go out into the workforce, remember that God honors a beautiful blend of gift and grit. He has given you the gift, and He expects you to have the grit to practice and learn how to use it effectively and to pay it forward wherever your career path takes you. I know that you are more than eager to receive your hard-earned diploma or certificate, and start the next chapter of your life. And there is no better time than the present. It is your gift today. Enjoy it, and congratulations.
Audience, our graduation exercises are planned to feature each individual graduating student. The graduates will come to the stage in groups by academic credential. Realizing that this is a very special occasion, we are sure you want to capture it, so we encourage you to approach the stage to take pictures of your special graduate. We ask that you please be considerate of others as you take the photos. We also ask that you hold your applause until instructed to do so. We will have an opportunity to applaud each group of students after they've received their diplomas. Graduates, I extend to you the congratulations of the administration, faculty, and staff of Wallace Community College. You have achieved a true milestone, one that sets you apart from the majority of citizens in the state of Alabama. Your college graduation represents an outstanding achievement for you as an individual, as well as for those family and friends who have supported you in your efforts. We wish you continued success as you build on the strong educational foundation you have established here at Wallace Community College. Dr. Young. It is my pleasure to recommend the candidates for graduation for the 2017-18 academic year. The candidates present have all been recommended by the faculty. It has been verified by college staff that they have completed all graduation requirements as prescribed by the Board of Trustees of the Alabama Community College System, and they await the awarding of their diplomas and the conferring of their degrees by your hand. Mr. Keith Salisbury, Director of Enrollment Services Registrar, will assist in presenting the candidates for graduation, and Dr. Young will confer the degrees.
As I present the candidates for graduation, we ask again that you hold your applause until all graduates in each category have received their diplomas. I would like to also call your attention to the explanation of the graduation honors, which is located on the second page of your program. Honor graduates will be recognized as their names are called. Will the candidates for technical certificates please stand and come forward to receive your diplomas. Shaquila Danielle Appling, Welding Technology. Joshua Darrell Chance, Welding Technology. Lakeisha S. Hunter, Phlebotomy. Olivia Jordan, Cosmetology. Adriana Nicole Mack, Practical Nursing. Cody Thomas McDonald, Welding Technology with Distinction. Hayden Cole Sanchez, Welding Technology. Sarah M. Turner, Phlebotomy with Distinction. Please join me in congratulating these graduates. Will the candidates for the Associate in Applied Science degree, please stand and come forward to receive your diplomas. Denise Ann Baggett, Child Development Educator, summa cum laude. Mason Tamon Bradford, Child Development Educator. Vicky Yvonne Campbell, Law Enforcement, summa cum laude. Morgan Cheryl Carpenter, Child Development Educator. Kimberly Shanice Daniels, Child Development Educator. Johnny Johnson Danzy, Office Administration. LaRon Cantrell Flowers, Supervisory Management, cum laude. Jaquan Demetrius Gordon, Air Conditioning Refrigeration. LaDedrick Ori Henderson, Computer Programming. Christy Amelia Maycox, Forensic Investigation. Thomas Edward Morelli, Forensic Investigation, Law Enforcement, summa cum laude. Vermia Idoria Parsons, Accounting Technology, cum laude. Santina LaShawn Person, Forensic Investigation. Courtney Terrell Rumpf, Industrial Systems Maintenance, cum laude. Shanicia Lachey Rumpf, Forensic Investigation. Chastity Vashawn Shipman, Office Administration. Kawandria Latrice Smith, Industrial Systems Technology. Alex Ryan Williams, Microcomputer Specialist. Sheree Venice Williams, Architectural Graphics, cum laude. Please join me in congratulating these graduates. Will the candidates for the Associate in Arts and Associate in Science degree please stand and come forward to receive your diplomas. Patasha O. Jackson. Amber Michelle Greer. Dorothy Ann Hill. Russell Jamadar, magna cum laude. Amber Dawn Munsky. Malcolm Jamal Myers. Monique Shantae Richardson. Lakeisha Yvonne Russo. Savannah Ashley Starling, magna cum laude. Shalisa Chandria Stewart. Elena Northington Williams, cum laude. And we have one more associate in applied science, Dr. Young. James Cody Stingsland, law enforcement. Please join me in congratulating all of our graduates.
Dr. Young, upon the recommendation of the faculty, I present to you the members of the class of 2018. They have completed the requirements for the appropriate credential, and it gives me great pleasure to present them to you for the conferring of their degrees.
Will all of the graduates please stand? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Chancellor, the Governor, and the Board of Trustees of the Alabama Community College System, and upon the recommendation of the faculty and the dean, I confer on each of you individually the degree or diploma to which you are entitled with all rights and privileges thereof. Congratulations.
In a collegiate setting, the academic regalia worn by candidates for graduation include a mortarboard and tassel, and a position in which the tassels worn is symbolic. According to tradition, the tassel is moved when candidates receive their credentials and become graduates. Graduates, you may now move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations. This concludes our program, so audience, would you please stand for the recessional and remain standing until all participants have recessed. Thank you.